The notion that scientists and mainstream media are intentionally deceiving the public about climate change has become a popular conspiracy theory. However, it is essential to examine the underlying reasons behind this perception and the potential motivations of those who spread such misinformation. To begin with, it is crucial to acknowledge that the overwhelming majority of climate scientists agree that human activities, particularly the emission of greenhouse gases, are significantly contributing to global warming. Despite this consensus, some individuals and groups continue to dispute the severity of climate change or even its very existence. One reason for this discrepancy may be the influence of special interest groups, such as fossil fuel companies, that have a vested interest in downplaying the impact of climate change. These organizations often fund research and lobbying efforts aimed at casting doubt on the scientific consensus, thereby delaying or preventing meaningful action to address the issue. Mainstream media, in turn, may inadvertently perpetuate these forces by providing a platform for climate change skeptics, often under the guise of balanced reporting. This can create a false narrative that there is still significant debate among scientists about the causes and consequences of climate change. In reality, the scientific community has long reached a consensus on these matters, and the debate is now focused on the specifics of climate change mitigation and adaptation strategies. Another factor contributing to the perception that scientists and media are lying about climate change is the complexity of the issue itself. Climate science is a multifaceted field that draws on various disciplines, including physics, chemistry, biology, and economics. As a result, the information presented to the public can sometimes appear contradictory or confusing, particularly when taken out of context or distorted by those with an agenda. For instance, climate change skeptics often point to short-term weather patterns or localized temperature fluctuations as evidence against global warming, while ignoring the long-term trends and global averages that underpin the scientific consensus. Furthermore, the internet and social media have created an environment in which misinformation can spread rapidly, often with little fact-checking or accountability. Climate change skeptics can now disseminate their views to a wide audience, frequently using emotive language and misleading graphics to create a false narrative that resonates with some individuals. This can lead to a self-reinforcing cycle, where people who are already skeptical of climate change are exposed to more misinformation, which in turn reinforces their existing beliefs. It is also worth noting that some individuals who claim that scientists and media are lying about climate change may be motivated by ideological or partisan reasons. For example, those who oppose government regulation or have a strong libertarian bent may be more likely to reject the scientific consensus on climate change, as it implies the need for collective action and regulatory measures to mitigate its effects. Similarly, some people may be swayed by conspiracy theories that portray climate change as a hoax or a plot to impose a particular ideology or world order. In conclusion, the allegation that scientists and mainstream media are intentionally deceiving the public about climate change is unfounded and misguided. While there may be some exceptions, the vast majority of climate scientists and journalists are committed to presenting accurate and unbiased information about this critical issue. The spread of misinformation about climate change can be attributed to a combination of factors, including the influence of special interest groups, the complexity of the issue, and the ease with which false narratives can be disseminated through social media. It is essential for the public to be aware of these dynamics and to seek out credible sources of information, such as peer-reviewed scientific journals and reputable news organizations, to make informed decisions about this pressing global issue.